Okay, we're here. Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of A.E.B podcast. Yay! So, we got the boys here with us. We got Luis and Zach. Um, so
Hello.
we got the whole gang here. So you guys are probably wondering why we suddenly decided to start a podcast. A few reasons. One, I have been actually considering doing this for a while, but the main reason would be
Me too.
this is actually my project for school. So allow me to explain. Okay, gather around, kids. It's time for music class. So in our music class in school, I'm currently learning about popular jazz and African music. As a project, we were tasked with
What?
taking three characteristics that can be found in either of the three genres and use them in a sort of performance or output. The thing about this project is that it doesn't have to be music related. We have free reign over whatever we want to do, so long as whatever we do utilizes at least three characteristics found in African jazz or popular music. In our case, since we're doing a podcast, so the three characteristics found here would be communal, functional, and call and response. So communal, basically, it requires the involvement of others. As you can see, I'm not doing this alone. Luis and Zach are here. So
Yep.
functional, basically, this means that the performance is meant to do more than just entertain, and a podcast does more than entertain. It also informs. And call and response, as the name would imply, the leader, in this case me, would be saying something, and then the chorus, in this case Luis and Zach, would say something in response to what I'm saying. So it's basically just like having a conversation with another person. So there you go, three characteristics, unless I'm wrong. Um, so yeah, enough about school stuff. I'm gonna stop talking about school before we lose our audience. Um, so now let's actually get on to topics for our podcast. We do have stuff to talk about. So first things on the list, Zach has some news that he wants to discuss. So before I forget, the difference between our podcast and most podcasts, most podcasts, their topics revolve around a certain thing. So it's usually related to gaming, books, music, etc. In our podcast, we talk about pretty much anything, whatever we want to talk about. So yeah, we could talk about news, we could talk about gaming, music, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so let's get on with the first topic. So Zach had some news that he wanted to discuss. Zach, so the floor is yours.
So, if you haven't heard recently, Russia has stationed 100,000 troops on the Ukrainian border, and people are saying they are prepared to invade.
Okay,
So,
so
so the background behind this is back in 2014, U- Ukraine and Russia had a border conflict, right?
mm-hmm,
So they were fighting over this area called the Donetsk the
oh
Donetsk
shoot,
and Luhansk area. So they were fighting over control for that area. And in the year before that, they Russia has annexed Crimea, an island south of Ukraine. And now the conflict is still ongoing, and Russia is prepared to escalate into full all-out war.
mm-hmm, wow. So according to an article from BBC, Russia says it has no plans to attack Ukraine, and Armed Forces Chief Valery Gerasimov even denounced reports of an impending invasion as a lie. NATO Secretary General warns the risk of conflict is real, but US officials have stressed they do not believe Russia has decided on an invasion, and it is not imminent. Ukraine's president has appealed to the West not to spread panic. However, President Vladimir Putin has threatened appropriate retaliatory military technical measures if what he calls the West aggressive approach continues. West aggressive approach?
Yeah, well, that's what he calls it anyway.
I didn't know that Putin was actually the president. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know he was actually the president.
Eh, well,
I knew he
I,
was I knew
I,
he
I
was a
don't know, man.
politician. I knew he
That's
was a
like
politician.
general knowledge at this point.
Wow. I knew he was a politician, but I didn't know he was actually the president. Oh, so
Mm.
it also shows here where the troops are positioned. Damn.
Putin has a son, right?
What?
Mm. He does.
Yeah, Putin. Yeah, I think so. But like, I don't really think it's his son or it's just a random stranger. But like, he was helping him like in taekwondo or something or karate.
Mm,
Nah, he has no children at all.
really?
Yeah, he has no children at all.
Dang. So okay. Is that all we have to say on the issue?
Yeah, yeah. Since there are still no updates yet.
Wow. Do, I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Like, do you think that they would actually launch an invasion?
No, I don't think so. Because if they do, Ukraine will be backed by nearly every NATO member out there, including the United States, Britain, Germany, France, every NATO member you can think of. So basically, Russia is screwed there. If they do invade, that is.
Dang. Okay, so that's topic number one down. That's actually a really interesting topic. So okay, next topic. We're gonna talk about some gaming stuff, specifically Nintendo and Pokemon. So as I'm sure you guys all know, Pokemon Legends Arceus recently launched a few days ago, and has earned the it's earned the best franchise debut on Twitch.
It's like,
So according to a article from Nintendo Life, right? Um, so Pokemon Legends Arceus earns franchise's best debut on Twitch. Peak viewership almost twice that of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Dang. So let me read it.
Wow.
Okay, so Pokemon Legends Arceus has scored the best debut of any Pokemon title according to the boffins at GameSite. The firm compared the first 72 hours of engagement with similar time frames for each of the series' recent launches, finding that Arceus significantly outpaced the debuts of Pokemon Sword and Shield, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In fact, GameSite states that peak viewership for Arceus was almost twice the peak viewership of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which was the previous record holder for the series. However, despite posting improved numbers over its forerunner, Arceus was only the top hit on Twitch for its launch day. Wow, look at the data here is crazy. So I believe that Legends Arceus also it also sold more copies than Animal Crossing did in its first week. I remember
Hmm.
I remember see,
That's
yeah,
pretty
I remember seeing that
if
record
somewhere.
I'm
breaking.
correct, it was like Arceus is still better than Sword and Shield if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Since my classmate
Of
already bought,
course.
it's
since my
Of
classmate already
course.
bought the
your
games
classmate
and
has the game.
he said the Shield was sucks. Shield sucks. I think that's what he said.
No,
But like still,
Sword and Shield is actually nice. It's a nice game, but like it doesn't look the best. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's
are
so
there any like Pokemon games I can play on my PC though? I want to actually
Mm.
play one.
you'd have to use
If
an
you have a Switch
emulator.
emulator, then you can.
Yeah,
Well,
you'd
I
have
mean,
to
I
use
can
an
download an
emulator.
emulator.
By the way,
Exactly.
quick quick uh quick poll. What do you guys think it is? Arceus or Arceus?
Arceus.
I think it's
It's Arceus.
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 I think it's Arceus because
Yeah.
I recently watched
Yeah, I think it is
the
Arceus.
yeah, I think it's Arceus because I recently watched the Pokemon Legends Arceus anime special, and they pronounce his name as Arceus. So and it's in Japanese, and the Japanese is the most canon one. So I think it's Arceus.
Yep. It's Arceus.
Wow. So let me see if I can find an article on Legends Arceus and
Oh, speaking
Animal
of
Crossing.
games, God of War Ragnarok is gonna release soon, so I guess
Oh, really? When?
A new God
I
of War
don't
game.
really know
Wow.
when's the release date, but like I wanna actually play it, even though I don't even have a console yet. But I wanna play it since Ragnarok
It's
God of War
available.
is basically like my favorite game so far in a console.
It's a PlayStation exclusive,
Yeah,
so yeah.
PlayStation.
So it's not gonna
I've
be
played
available on
the
PC.
God of War before. I think in my cousin's PS4.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, so I managed to find an article on Pokemon Legends beating Animal Crossing in sales. So it's another one by this one's by Screen Rant. So Pokemon Legends Arceus sales break Animal Crossing record. Pokemon Legends Arceus has outsold Animal Crossing New Horizons in the UK in first week sales, with the new game dominating the charts. New release Pokemon Legends Arceus is breaking sales records in the UK, having outsold Animal Crossing New Horizons' first week sales. Beating Animal Crossing New Horizons' debut sales is a big deal, as the game went on to become the second best-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, only bested by the ever-popular Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Actually, that's true, because Animal Crossing released in the beginning of the pandemic, so Animal Crossing quickly became like a way for people to be able to interact with each other. Didn't it didn't it
Yep.
win Game of the Year in 2020?
It did.
I'm not sure. Did it, or was it like nominated? I don't remember.
It was nominated. It was nominated. Game of the Year 2020 was The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, okay. The mainline entries in the Pokemon series stayed on handheld Nintendo consoles for years, but the Switch's hybrid or handheld home console nature meant that developer Game Freak would eventually have to make a full Pokemon home console experience. The first mainline Switch games in the series was Pokemon Sword and Shield, which came under fire for their graphics, which many believe were lacking. It's true. A lot has been said about the graphical quality of both the Pokemon Let's Go games and Pokemon Sword and Shield, with many feeling that even the Nintendo 3DS Pokemon games have better graphics. That's actually true. A lot of people compared the graphics of Let's Go with Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Before Legends Arceus came out, Let's Go had the best looking game on the Switch. When Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl came out, when they did the remakes, a lot of people were hoping they would do it in the style of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Eh.
Uh,
But
unfortunately,
I mean, if they're gonna complain about the graphics so much, then why not just try playing the game itself?
I mean, yeah, of
if
course,
I mean, I mean, if the game is good, then just ignore all of that graphics
true.
shtick.
I mean, the graphics aren't that bad. It's not like, it's not. It's not Cyberpunk. Um,
Yeah, fair.
the game looks fine, honestly. Like when I saw like people playing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I was like all down for it. I thought it looked nice. I honestly like the chibi style of the game, and it's very I believe because they went with the chibi style because it was also how they did the original game. So I think they wanted to like stay true to the original game as much as possible.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is a different beast, however, as its visuals and semi-open world are far closer to the home console experience fans are expecting, even if it's not quite on the same level as a Zelda Breath of the Wild in terms of graphical quality. That's true, actually. I remember when I first saw the game, I immediately thought to myself, Pokemon meets Breath of the Wild, because it just looked so nice, and like the music was also very reminiscent of that of Breath of the Wild, and the world looks so nice. Like just the graphics are really really nice.
Yep. And it also makes sense to put it in that sort of open world ish type gameplay because well, it's Pokemon. It like really fits into the open world theme.
Exactly, especially since the goal of the game is to go out, capture as many Pokemon as possible, and create the very first Pokédex. So I think making it an open world game with that story set in mind was a really good call because it fits really well.
Yep.
if they did it the same way they do most of their Pokemon games, like Let's Go or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I don't think the creating a Pokédex story would have worked with that sort of gameplay style.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends Arceus launched on Nintendo Switch last week, and its initial sales data is now available. It should come up as no surprise that it debuted as number 1 on the UK's GFK Entertainment Software charts. But the more surprising information comes from Christopher Dring of GamesIndustry.biz. According to Dring, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Pokemon Legends Arceus sold more in its debut week than Animal Crossing New Horizons did, at least in the UK. Pokemon Legends Arceus also had the 5th biggest boxed retail Nintendo Switch UK launch in terms of physical sales from the past 2 years. So here's the tweet. Pokemon Legends Arceus sold more in its first week than Animal Crossing New Horizons did in the UK, GFK data. It is actually the 5th biggest game launch over the last 2 years in boxed retail. Makes me wonder how much the Pokemon company is worth in the current climate. Beating Animal Crossing New Horizons is a huge achievement considering the perfect storm of circumstances that led to the game's success. The latest Animal Crossing beat sales records when it launched at the start of the pandemic, coming at a time when people were desperately looking for entertainment throughout lockdown. Told you. As well as ways to connect with
Yep.
friends and family online, the incredible social media buzz surrounding the game led to its selling nearly 35 million units to date. The real question is whether Pokemon Legends Arceus can maintain the same level of momentum that Animal Crossing New Horizons kept over time. By its very nature, ACNH is a game with near limitless playtime, but it was arguably the social media interest that helped keep the game in the public eye, along with a steady drip feed of new content to attract new players, such as the Happy Home Paradise paid DLC. Pokemon Legends Arceus might offer a new take on the established Pokemon formula, but that might not be enough to challenge the success of either Animal Crossing New Horizons or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the long run. I don't know. I
Seriously?
mean, I remember hearing somewhere like I think they eventually plan to add a multiplayer um gameplay to Legends Arceus. I'm not sure if it's true. I just remember hearing it somewhere. But
Ooh.
I don't know. I could see Game Freak adding multiplayer to the game. I mean, so
Yeah,
like,
that's actually interesting.
yeah, they could, yeah, and after you beat the main story, have a reason to go back to the game. I mean,
Yeah.
with Sword and Shield, well, peop- even after people beat the game, they still go back to it because of the multiplayer and the DLC, and of course, shiny hunting. Actually,
Yep.
I'm curious about the shiny rates in Legends Arceus, because a lot of people are reporting that they've already found like a bunch of shinies while playing through their game. So, who knows? Um, Actually, the whole thing with the sales, it's not that surprising to me that it's the game is in such high demand right now. Like, I'm planning to stream the game once I get it. The thing is though, I cannot get the game because it's sold out literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere I look, the game is sold out.
How about on the eShop? Is it there?
Um on the eShop, yeah, it's there, but I don't like buying games digitally unless I can only get them digitally because I like having
Eh,
the collection.
yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, wait. Speaking of shiny rates, according to wow, according to Polygon.com, it's 1 in 4096. 1 in 4096.
Really? How are so many people finding
Yeah.
shinies already? Those odds, I think those odds are worse than Sword and Shield. I think Sword and Shield had better shiny odds.
I don't know. Maybe they're just that lucky, or maybe that many people are playing the game.
Probably. Okay, so next next topic. So we talked about some worldwide news. We talked about a bit of gaming stuff. So now we're gonna talk about something that I know a lot of Filipinos were buzzing about late last year, which was Spider-Man No Way Home coming out late here in the Philippines. Like, what the hell was that about? So here's an article that I meant to
Oh,
find. So this is from scoutmag.ph. So Filipinos don't want a late release of Spider-Man No Way Home. Check out this petition. So this was from when it was first announced. So this was from like this is an article from like last year in December. So cinemas may be back again this November, but it looks like Filipino moviegoers, especially the Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, aren't celebrating just yet. In case you missed it, there's an ongoing petition to prove that. As much awaited films will head the movie house comeback at the end of 2021, there will also be premiere delays in the Philippines. One of them is Spider-Man No Way Home, which is slated to drop on January 8, 2022, 3 weeks later than its official international release on December 17, 2021. I remember when I first read that, I was
man.
so pissed. Because, like,
Yep.
because for starters, I looked online. Our country was the last country to get the movie. Like, all the other countries
Yeah.
got the movie in December of last year. We're the only ones who got it in January. Unless I'm wrong, but that's what I saw when I was doing research. And the worst part was
Man.
it also meant that you'd have to go longer with avoiding spoilers. You'd have to
Yep.
last longer with trying to avoid spoilers, which of course, because the internet just doesn't know how to shut up, it was not an easy task, especially for me since I'm on social media a lot. And sure enough, I ended up getting the biggest spoiler of the movie because of the stupid show social media. Just yeah, there are just those people on the internet who just love to ruin movies for those who haven't seen it yet. Like seriously, can't these people wait like
Mhm.
2 months before they talk about it online? There's still some of us who have not seen the movie. Thank you very much. And the worst part was that
Yep.
when it finally came out here in the Philippines, we still couldn't go to watch it because when the movie came out, so did the Omicron variant. So our country went
Yep.
into lockdown again, and like people over 18 couldn't go out again. So like we as like 15-year-olds, we still or like for us that were below 18, we couldn't go and see the movie even after it finally came out here. To this day, I still haven't seen the movie.
Man. This is. I don't know what to say about this. Honestly, this is just unfortunate.
I know it's really unfair. So okay. On November 14, Columbia Pictures Philippines posted a list of upcoming titles on Instagram, like Venom Let There Be Carnage, December 8 in Ghostbusters Afterlife, Jan 26, 2022, with the captions, Good things come to those who wait. Thank you for your patience. Wow.
Thank you for your patience.
That honestly just gets under my skin.
Might as well say that to COVID Omicron, right? Thank you for your
Right?
patience for letting
Right?
me evolve.
Right? Exactly. Okay, so but with a hashtag Don't Delay No Way Home PH online campaign and an actual petition to change on change.org, MCU stands are calling for an earlier movie opening of the Spider-Man Far From Home sequel in the country. Well, that didn't happen because it did end up coming out on January 28th here.
Yep.
That's that's honestly so annoying. I'm honestly very annoyed at how things went with that.
Yep. That's just super, super unfortunate.
Yeah,
I have no other words.
and like the the fact that the Omicron variant um was came around at the same time that the movie came out for us here is just ah
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Unfortunate.
just yeah, it's such unfortunate timing. And the worst part is,
No
you know
other
what?
words.
We never even got an explanation as to why the movie was delayed. We never got an
Really?
explanation as to why the
There
movie
was
was
none.
delayed. Yeah,
It's quite unfortunate that and oh, as well as Japan. Seriously?
really. When did they get it?
Yeah. It's around the same time as we did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's I I have no other words. That's just sad.
I know it's just very annoying and just really unfortunate timing.
Oh well,
Okay, so
Luis. Wait, Luis. You got nothing to say on this?
oh yeah, actually, Luis has
Of
been
course
really
not.
quiet.
Why would you ask me anything? I don't know what to be honest.
Louis, I'm
Okay.
surprised that he's been so quiet.
I've already watched the movie.
Okay,
I've already watched the movie, so I don't really have any complaints. So
I mean,
Eh,
well, yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, lucky you if you were able to see it already. I still haven't seen it because like I'm planning to like download a torrent, but I'm still wait. There isn't a good copy yet, so still
I
waiting
don't
for it.
really
And
think you should say that out loud.
oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna get canceled now, aren't I?
No, no, no. You're not gonna get cancelled. You're gonna get arrested.
Oh God. Uh
Whatever.
oh no. It was a joke. It
No,
was a
well,
joke.
no, no.
It was a
It's fine.
joke.
What?
It was a
It's
joke. I
fine. Yeah,
wasn't
sure.
actually
It's a
gonna
joke.
do that. I'm gonna go see it in the cinemas like a legal person.
Wow, this guy.
Okay, moving on. So, before we get on to the next topic, let's get a quick um I thought we could give a quick what was I gonna say? I thought we could give a quick look at the current stats of the COVID-19 virus here in the Philippines. So I managed to pull up so I went to the Department of Health website. So here it is. So everything's in Tagalog. Why am I not surprised? I mean, I understand Tagalog, but you guys, as if you know me personally, you know I'm not the best at speaking Tagalog. Hang on, let's just look
Yep.
here. Okay, so as of today, total cases is 3.59 million as of today. Jesus,
3.59 million.
as of today, yeah.
Wow.
In Metro Manila, Metro Manila has the most number of confirmed cases with a whopping 868,000. And
Wow. Wow.
to, we also have the most number of reported deaths with 11,151.
you already
Dang.
know how to do it.
And total deaths is 54,168.
Dang.
This is as of today. Last updated 2 hours ago. Damn.
Wow.
That's sad. That's sad.
Anyway, the speaking of COVID, remember that girl who
Oh yeah.
who partied and then everyone got COVID
Yeah. Everyone knows that story at this point.
and then everyone got mad at her.
Mhm. Yeah, what about it?
Nothing. I'm just wondering if like she was actually the cause of the Omicron spread. Obviously not, but like I'm just wondering if it contributed a large amount to it.
Hmm. Probably
Like,
did.
Did
like
they
like
actually?
like not just a large amount, a really 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 large amount. I'm
Hmm.
just wondering.
Who knows? Um damn. Okay. So next topic. So our next topic. So as you guys know, we do more we one of our most popular forms of content here on the channel is of course Beyblade content. So I wanted to talk about the future of Beyblade because it's very blurry. So okay, so in terms of releases, so I'm here on the website right now. So in terms of releases, I'm on Beyblade Wiki. We're on season 6 of Beyblade Burst. In terms of releases, the it's kind of we've kind of reached that point where where we're at the end. We're at the end. We're getting close to the end of the season, so like the releases are not that great. Our last mainline release was Ultimate Valkyrie, which came out in December. In January we didn't get any releases. Um, in on February 5, we're getting Prominence Valkyrie. Um, so that's kind of like so in terms of releases, we're not doing so hot. We're kind of at the end where we're not really getting any. I mean, like not good releases, but the releases aren't that hype anymore. Um,
Eh, I mean, how old is Beyblade at this point?
Beyblade is
2000s.
20 years old.
20 years old.
Yes, last year or was earlier this year, we celebrated its 20th anniversary. That's of the entire franchise, not just Burst. So that's
Wow.
how things are looking in terms of releases. In terms of the anime, we we have no idea. Um, so yeah, in terms of the anime, we're getting close to the. What the heck? What is that?
Oh,
That
it's
was
my
from
phone.
Luis.
On my phone.
Oh, okay. So in terms of the anime, we're getting close. We're getting close to the end of the anime. So for some reason, there's nothing here on Beyblade Burst DB in terms of the anime. But in terms of the anime, we're getting really close to the end. We're on episode 45 already, and the season is goes until episode 52. So after episode 52, that's the end of Beyblade Burst DB. We're not sure if we're getting another season after. There are lots of rumors. The manga has come to an end though. There isn't gonna be another manga series after DB. The last issue of the manga was also released already last year. And after that, the author claimed that there won't be any more mangas after Beyblade Burst DB, but he said that the anime and products will continue even after the manga is at an end. So we're not sure if that means we're gonna get a new season, or maybe we'll just get another season of Beyblade Burst DB. That seems to be one of the more popular theories. I, for one, I actually really liked Beyblade. I actually really like Beyblade Burst DB. I'm really enjoying it. It's in terms of story, it's probably one of the best. In terms of story, it's probably one of the best seasons that we've gotten. In terms of releases, it's 50-50. Like the releases are all right. They're awesome, but I mean, I honestly kind of think that the sparking releases were kind of better. Um, so that's really all we have in terms of the anime, and I mean in terms of Beyblade. So we don't really know much about what our release, what if there's gonna be a next season. In
Doesn't
March,
even compare to Pokemon itself.
what?
It's like really old already, but still famous.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, especially here in the Philippines. Beyblade is really popular here in the Philippines.
That.
Um,
Alright.
so in terms of releases in March, and April, I believe in March we're getting another random booster, and then in April we're getting another booster, and that'll be the last release for Beyblade Burst DB. And then we don't know what's gonna happen from there. We have no idea what the random booster for March is gonna be yet. We know nothing as well about the April's release, and we really also know nothing about the. We really know nothing about the anime, the future of the anime either. So that's about it in terms of Beyblade. So onto our final topic, unless you guys have any more topics. Um,
Nope.
Luis.
You don't, Nerd, I don't really have anything to talk about.
Okay. So for our final topic for the podcast, I want to talk about plans for the channel for upcoming videos and stuff. As of right now, we don't really have anything in the works. As I stated in my beginning of the year video, we were planning to hopefully bring back Nerf Wars and lightsaber duels this year, but because of the Omicron variant, it's not gonna be as easy anymore. Um,
Yep.
and in terms of like upcoming videos, I don't really have any videos planned as of right now. I'm still doing the Mario Odyssey live streams though. I'm currently playing through Mario Odyssey on the
We should
stream.
probably do
But
road company crap.
oh
Like
yeah,
we
Rogue
should probably do
Company.
some road company
Zach and
things.
I did a Rogue Company video last year.
I mean, I've already downloaded road company on my PC, so might as well try it.
Yeah, all three of us could like do a stream where we could play Rogue Company. That sounds like
Like,
fun.
that there isn't any, what's it called, Valorant in the Switch that
Yeah,
so we can play. Actually,
unfortunately.
there isn't.
Unfortunately, yeah, there's no Valorant on Switch, but we could actually play Rogue Company. We could do a live stream where we play Rogue Company since all three of us have played the game. Um, uh, in terms of videos though, we don't really have much in the works right now. I am gonna be continuing to stream Mario Odyssey on the channel whenever I have the time. I also plan to stream Pokemon Legends Arceus once I'm finally able to get the game. And I will be doing a review on the game. It'll be like my first impressions video that I did on Skyward Sword. Um, so that's really all that we have in terms of videos. I do have though a music video in the works. It's not an original song though. I'm gonna just say that right now. Don't get your hopes up. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. Believe me, I tried. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. I do have a song cover coming up though. We currently have it in the works. We haven't gone to filming it yet, but me and a couple of my friends from school we're currently working on something. We just finished the final recordings today, so pretty soon we're gonna start filming the music video. And I had my group mates permission to upload the music video on the channel once we're done with it. So stay tuned to that. I'm not gonna say what the song cover is though. I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna love it. It's probably the best and the most complicated and high. It's probably the best quality song cover I've done on the channel so far. So just stay tuned for that. You guys are gonna like that. So that's about it. In terms of that's about it. We pretty much covered everything that we have to discuss for today. Unless you guys have anything more you wanna talk about.
Nope.
Not really.
Well, okay. So there is one last thing I want to discuss. It's also gaming related. So
Oh,
as you guys know, as I'm sure you guys know, um, both Sony and Microsoft have recently gone into the buying game company business.
Who?
Sony and Microsoft, both of them have purchased big game companies. Like Sony purchased Blizzard. I think that was the name. Hang on. Let me
Wait, wasn't that Microsoft?
wait. I'm trying to see.
I'm pretty sure it was Microsoft who bought Activision Blizzard.
Ah, yeah, Activision. My Activision Blizzard. So yeah, so Microsoft ended up buying Activision Blizzard, and Sony also recently bought another game company. I don't remember what the name was. Let me see if I can pull up an article here. Hmm. Wait. Let me see if I can pull up an article. Okay, here we go. I managed to find an article. So here we are. So this is from cnet.com. So FTC to review Microsoft's $68.7 billion deal to buy Activision Blizzard. God, 60. I know that they spent like billions on it, but 68.7 billion? Like
Yep.
can someone check how much that is in pesos?
Let me see. How many? 67.8.
Yeah, billion. Damn, that's so much.
Wait. Oh my god.
How much is
Three
it?
hundred
One, two,
billion.
300
300
billion?
billion.
Are you
yeah.
serious? Oh my
No,
god.
no, 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 no. Yeah. No, 3 trillion.
Oh, damn. That's so
So
Wait,
it's
much
no.
50.
money.
Never mind. No, 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 no. 3 billion, 3 billion. Oops.
Wait,
300,
I
300
misread that.
300 billion. That's a lot. That is so much money. Okay, so according to the article, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission will undertake an antitrust review of Microsoft's proposed acquisition of scandal-plagued video game giant Activision Blizzard, reported Bloomberg on Monday. Scandal-plagued video game giant?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Like Activision Blizzard have done a bunch of bad stuff in these past years. Like you know, I think they tried to remake or remaster World of Warcraft. That turned out horribly. All of their Call of Duty games nowadays are meh.
What?
And and also recently they've been accused of violating human rights.
Really? Why?
They're treating their employees like
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that in the video.
Sorry for the cuss word. I'm just really mad about that. But
That's
you
fine.
know,
That's fine. We'll let that one slide. I mean I that understandably anyone would be mad about that. So Microsoft last month announced plans to buy Activision Blizzard in an all-cash deal valued at 68 billion dollars. They have 68.7 billion dollars in cash?
of course they do. They're Microsoft.
How did
Well,
it
I mean, if Jeff Bezos has a net worth of one, well,
Jeff Bezos owns
like
Jeff
Amazon, by the
Bezos
way.
uh,
owes Amazon.
somewhere around 100 plus billion,
Doesn't
somewhere
Jeff
around that
Bezos
point.
own Amazon?
Hmm,
What?
they do?
Doesn't Jeff
I don't think
Phone?
so.
Yeah, they do. They did plan to make it, but like it failed.
Wait, Jeff I thought Jeff Bezos owned Amazon, not Microsoft.
Yeah, it's
Bezos
Amazon.
owns
Oh,
like,
yeah, I was right then.
Amazon.
Okay.
He's the CEO, I think.
The deal expected to close within the next 18 months um would make Microsoft the world's third largest video game maker and give it control of popular franchises. So what's number 2 and 1? I'm guessing Sony and Nintendo, including the war simulation series Call of Duty and the fantasy behemoth World of Warcraft. The FTC will reportedly oversee the review instead of the Department of Justice, which also has authority over antitrust enforcement. The review will look over at whether combining Microsoft, which makes Xbox consoles, and Activision Blizzard could harm competition by limiting rivals' access to major games, according to Bloomberg. Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard has gamers concerned. So Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard could face tough scrutiny. In January, the FTC and the Justice Department's Antitrust Division said they would rewrite guidance for mergers, noting that U.S. industries had become concentrated in recent years and that a surge in merger fillings in 2020 and 2021 threatened to worsen the situation. FTC Chair Lina Khan has also said enforcing antitrust laws in digital markets requires a different lens and suggested that agency consider whether workers and other businesses can be harmed by antitrust violations, a shift from the view that antitrust enforcement focuses solely on consumer harms. Both the FTC and Microsoft declined to comment.
Wow. Microsoft do be turning into Disney of the video game companies.
I know, right? I know, right? So, I mean not EA, Sony also bought a company recently. I don't
What
remember
is
which.
it?
I think Was it? Was it? I don't remember. Was it? Uh,
Bungie.
Bundy. Is that it?
Bungie.
Oh,
Bungie.
Bungie. Oh
The
yeah, yeah.
the creators of Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, here. And the original creator of Halo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So here,
That's-
Sony. So
Hmm.
this is an article from The Verge. Sony is buying Bungie, the developer of Destiny and original creator of Halo. The deal is worth $3.6 billion. So they're not paying as much as Xbox is for Activision. So Sony is buying Bungie, the developer of Destiny and original creator of Halo, for $3.6 billion. The acquisition arrived shortly after Microsoft's announcement that it intends to acquire Activision Blizzard in a deal worth $68.7 billion. Bungie will continue to independently publish and creatively develop our games, Bungie CEO Pete Parsons writes in the blog post. In SIE, we have found a partner who unconditionally supports us in all we are and who wants to accelerate our vision to create generation-spanning entertainment, all while preserving the creative independence that beats in Bungie's heart. Parson writes, like us, SIE believes that game worlds are only the beginning of what our IPs can become. Together we share a dream of creating and fostering iconic franchises that unite friends around the world, families across generations, and fans across multiple platforms and entertainment mediums. So this is a lot less intense and crazy as the whole Microsoft and Activision thing.
Yeah.
So
This is not that large, but
yeah,
still though.
so here it seems that there doesn't seem to be any sort of issue with Sony and Bungie in terms of the deal. So everything seems to like be pretty okay here, unlike with Microsoft and Activision. So, in a tweet, in a tweet from Bungie, Bungie has limitless potential to unite friends around the world. We have found a partner in PlayStation that shares our dream and is committed to accelerating our creative vision of building generation-spanning entertainment. Our journey begins today. And then there's a picture of PlayStation X Bungie. But
Man.
Bungie will continue to be a multi-platform and independent studio and publisher, and it will sit alongside the company's PlayStation Studio developers. Jim Ryan, the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, said in a post on the PlayStation blog, Bungie's world-class expertise in multi-platform development and live game services will help us deliver on our vision of expanding PlayStation to hundreds of millions of gamers, he said. So, Bungie is, although Sony is gonna be owning them, they're still gonna be uh a multi-platform developer, so they'll still be developing for for other consoles as well. So it won't just be Sony. Um,
Okay.
that's nice.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
At least they won't stay with
yeah. So Sony's been known to play pretty friendly in terms of working with other uh developers or console companies.
if it if it weren't 2022, I wouldn't have said that. But okay.
Really? Why?
Uh, I don't know why, but Sony is just even though Microsoft is like how do I say this? Even though Microsoft is like opening up, like like putting their exclusives to other platforms. Sony just won't do that
That's
for
true,
whatever
actually.
reason.
I mean, in the past, Sony has been like pretty stingy with their exclusives, but they're starting to open up a bit more, especially with recently when they announced that PlayStation exclusive MLB was announced to be coming to the Switch in April, I think. So
Oh, that's okay. Well. At least they're finally starting to open up a bit more
yeah,
now.
yeah.
They're not.
I mean, this is an opportunity in my eyes, because I mean, yeah, it starts now with just MLB, but who knows? Eventually, we might see games like Fallen Order on the Switch. I mean, here's hoping. I mean, I want that game to come to Switch as much as every other Star Wars fan who has a Switch does. Um, so Bungie will continue to be. I read that already. Herman Hulst, the head of PlayStation Studios, reiterated that sentiment in a separate blog post. Bungie's technical expertise, coupled with their track record of building highly engaged communities, make them a natural fit for collaboration with PlayStation Studios, he said. We are excited to make plans to share skills and expertise and to unlock the potential in having the brilliant minds at Bungie under the PlayStation roof. So, yeah. So, yeah. The thing with Sony buying Bungie, it sounds a lot it sounds a lot nicer than the thing with Microsoft and Activision, which is good. Um,
Yeah.
so that's pretty much it for that. We pretty much covered everything that we have for the podcast for today. I'd say it was a pretty successful first podcast episode.
Yes.
I'd say it was I'd say it was a pretty successful first episode. So let me know what you guys thought about the podcast in the comments down below. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about the editing with this. But you know, I mean, not much really went wrong, so I think we're okay. Anyway, that's it for
60
that's it for
60%
this.
was set all talking.
That's kind of true. Well, me and Zach. Um,
60% was Seth. For 39% was Zach, and I was the 1% right there.
you were quiet the whole time. I mean, you were free to speak at any
I was
time.
quiet though. Well, yeah, but I didn't really have anything to talk about, so
Okay.
why bother talk?
All right. Anyway, that's it for this podcast. Thank you everyone for watching. To my teachers, when you're watching this, props to you if you managed to make it to the
We're
end.
sorry.
Um. Okay. We're not gonna do these podcasts every week, by the way. Because that will take up too much of our time. Like whenever there's something to talk about, we'll maybe do a podcast when there's something to talk about. So yeah, that's about it for the very first episode of A.E.B podcast. I'd say it was pretty successful. Yeah.
Eh.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Make sure stay safe, take care. Peace. Bye bye.